Yo, what's happening, Cucumber Squad, and welcome back to the Fable Sphere. 3 things before we even get started. If you'd like to follow me on Instagram, here is the handle. If you haven't followed me already, I'd appreciate that. If not, it's all cool. Thing number 2 is if you'd like me to react to anything, whether it be comedy, music, whether it be a performance that I haven't done, anything that I haven't done yet, please put it down in the comment sections. I'm currently making a note of everything in the comment sections that people are requesting, and I'm bringing that to you over the next couple of weeks. So if you'd like a reaction relatively soon to your stuff, put it down in the comment section. And thing number 3, as I'm sure you may have noticed by now, I do put a copyright watermark onto all of my music videos, which for this one I do not need because it is just a normal album artwork. But I do that purely for copyright purposes so that the video does not get blocked. Completely irrelevant for this one, so let's get into it. LP Churches, man. She's just dropped an entire album, and don't worry, I know I've seen a lot of requests by LP. I'm doing them all. But this is the next one on her album, Churches, man. We've done Conversations. That was absolutely incredible. Loved that. But it's LP, obviously. But this time we're doing Churches. Let's see what we got over here. Let's rock and roll with the guitar.
I can't believe in churches, so I guess I'll keep on searching. I don't want someone that doesn't want me back. I'm not looking for perfection.
See, LP's pen game, man. I don't believe in churches. So she keeps on searching because I know I'm someone that wouldn't want me back. You know what I mean? Come on.
Want me back. I'm not looking for perfection. I prefer to keep them guessing. When the end comes, we'll find out who's keeping track.
Woo! This girl, man. This girl, I'm not looking for perfection. I would rather keep them guessing. But at the end, when we tie it up, right? We'll tell each other who's keeping track, right? She's not keeping track of anybody. She's not the judgmental type. You do you, man. I do me. Right? But at the end, if you want to take scores, let's take scores right at the end of this, and let's see if your system worked better than mine. If your belief worked better than mine. How do we know any of this? We don't. We don't know any of this. So how about you do you, and how about I do me? Love it.
When the end comes, we'll find out who's keeping track.
Fire.
I was walking through a city present day and feeling free when I stepped into a chapel just to see.
I do that all the time.
When a woman has to hide her head from God to get a seat in any holy place, that's not the place for me.
See, now, this girl and the way she thinks is absolutely phenomenal. I love it. Right? Listen to what she said. This is very real, and this is no disrespect to any religion. She's not disrespecting anybody. She's just saying it's not for me. When a woman has to walk into a church and has to hide her head from God in order to pay respect to God, that's not a place to me, right? Because if we're all equal before God, right? Why is there a set of rules for one crowd of people, and there's a set of rules and there's no set of rules for that? Why do women and men have to sit separately, or women have to sit behind men, right? Why is that? That's not a place for me, right? And I like that. I actually really like that, because that's 100% correct. And that's the thing with me, with religion. I'm a spiritualist mainly. I'm not particularly religious, but yes. So for me, it's like sometimes we follow these agreements that we don't even know why we're following these agreements, as old as time. But who gave you that agreement? Who's handing these agreements down to you that you so vehemently follow? Have you experienced it for yourself? Were you the one that wrote the rule? Or is it something that you just taking and vehemently following because it was passed down many generations and many timelines? Does it mean that you don't need to think for yourself? Does it mean you need to respect it? Sure. But does it mean that you don't need to think for yourself? Does it mean that you should just blindly follow? No, absolutely not. Right? And any God, I believe that if any God would require you to shut up and not ask questions, then is that really a God? Is that really a God? Oh, just shut up. Or does that sound more to you like a man-made let's control the masses kind of thing. Right? If there's a God, and if there's a God out there, he's accepting of everybody and everybody for who they are. Sin or no sin. Right? That's my personal opinion. But anyway, let's carry on.
Seat in any holy place, that's not the place for me. My church is you, my church is love. My church includes all of the above. No questions asked, no one to judge. My church is you, and always was. My church is love.
My church is love, man.
When I see a big cathedral, I just think of all the people who have suffered in the name of saints and gods.
You can't refute that. Don't care how religious you are. Can't refute that. Right? More people in the world have died in the name of religion than any other war or conflict on earth. More people have died in the name of religion, in the name of spirituality, in the name of something that is actually supposed to be the bedrock for morals and tolerance and dignity. And more people have died for that. It's not wrong.
The people who have suffered in the name of saints and gods. I'm so lucky to be living in a time that's more forgiving, but I know that I have barely beat the odds. My church is you, my church is love. My church includes all of the above. No questions asked, no one to judge. My church is you, and always.
Ask no questions, I judge nobody. My church is you, my church is love, and my love for you. Right? You're a fellow human being, you're a fellow person. My religion is love. Right? And like I said before, your religion, whatever you believe in, is the best religion in the world. If it brings you hope, and it brings you joy, and it brings you comfort, that's the best religion in the world. No one can judge you for that. Right? And no one can refute your argument on that, because it's for you, it's personal to you. It doesn't need to be pushed or indoctrinated onto anybody. But this is over here, what she's basically saying is that my church is just being human. My church is taking these human emotions and passing them on to you. I love you because you're one like me. And I do not hold you above nobody else, and I will not hold myself above anybody else. Love it. Absolutely spectacular.
On the judge, my church is you, and always was. My church is love. We'll never know until we go. Until we go. Save our souls.
Oh my God. This lady is iconic.
My church is you, my church is love. My church includes all of the above. No questions asked, no one to judge. My church is you, and always was. My church
This
is love. My church is love.
Her voice is so powerful. I can't even begin to tell you. Her voice in itself is a religion. I swear to God. You can believe. You can become a believer in the LP voice. I swear on my life to God. It is... Oh my God. This is one of my favorites. This Churches is one of my... That's going on my playlist. I love this song.
My church is love.
Good Lord. This lady,
My
man.
church is love. My church is love. Church is love.
Oh my god, that is one of my favorites. That is, hands down, one of my favorite songs by LP. Absolutely, hands down, one of my favorite songs by LP. It was substantive, it was different, it was well written, it was thoughtful. It's everything I love in music, but it's LP. It's always LP. She's just so good at this. One of my favorites, if not my favorite that I've heard from LP. And I mean, it's very hard because I put them all up at the top there. But this might have just topped the top of the top. Anyway, I love you all, man. Please stay safe, please stay healthy. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.